Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, out again on another walk on an October autumnal day down in Shoreham, Shoreham-by-Sea in West Sussex. And behind me you can just about see the walls that come out from the inlet to the harbour. And I'm here to go and have a look around the harbour, or should I say the port of Shoreham today. And with me to take me through some of the historic aspects of the harbour is Martin Snow. Hello, Martin.
Hello, Richard.
Well, it's a bit cold and a bit bleak today, isn't it?
It is, yes. I think we should have stayed in bed.
Yes. Never mind.
We're pleased to be out.
I've dragged you out. We can see down towards Brighton on our left to the east, and behind us is the port of Shoreham, an important port. Shall we get walking?
Yes,
let's
that's
go.
a good idea. Keep warm.
I'm going to come and cross you this side
Right, yes.
because I'm holding the camera. So we're going to do an interesting walk, a bit different to what we normally do, and you'll see in front of us a strange-looking building, and if I just move the camera around here, you'll see in the distance another strange-looking building. The old, well, it's the new power station. You told me it was the reserve power station.
It's gas powered, and it's only used when there's a heavy extra load expected.
Right, yeah, so it's not in use all the time.
No.
But so there used to be a power station that looked like the one at Battersea Power Station.
That's right.
But
that was coal powered.
Coal powered, and presumably the coal used to come in. But before all of that, of course, Shoreham is an ancient port. I mean, let's do our history stuff. The River Adur.
Should we walk down the road?
Yeah.
That'd be safe.
The River Adur used to come out from mid-Sussex.
Yes.
And would come out further west than it does now.
Yes. Yes.
And then and it was an important port even then, back to Saxon times and Norman times.
Yes, certainly.
And it was very. I remember reading that sort of several kings passed through it. Various campaigns, war campaigns, had boats here. Old galleons and that sort of thing.
Yes. Shoreham was committed to providing a certain number of boats and things like that.
King Charles II, in his escape from the English Civil War, when he was escaping, he came down through what's now the Monarch's Way, all the way from Worcestershire, and he came through this port and made his way to France.
That's right, yes.
To hide, wasn't he, when he was in exile? That's the term I'm looking for.
In exile, yeah.
But it's all changed now.
It's all changed.
It's a commercial port now.
Yes.
With interesting aspects to see, and that's what we've come to see. But as we do this, you may need to put pegs on your nose because
we certainly did.
We certainly did. So we're standing, as you can see, on some sort of gantry. I'm just going to point the camera to the west so you can see into. What are we looking at here?
We're looking at the power station and the chimney, and then to the left of that, you see some fishing vessels.
This is the main port, isn't it? The main
port. They call it the canal because that's what it is, and it's accessed by the locks that we're standing on.
Right. Because now, when I think of a canal, I'm thinking of narrow boats, a canal inlet. This is a completely different thing, although the principle is basically the same.
Yes, it's enclosed water.
It's just larger ships, container ships.
Yeah. Not as big as that. The biggest boat is what can get between these walls and into the lock behind us.
Okay, so not those big, huge commercial.
No.
What's behind us here then? This is a lock, isn't it?
Yes, this is referred to as the Prince Philip lock.
Ice cream.
Sorry.
I don't know if you can hear that, but that was an ice cream van or something on a murky day like that. Is ridiculous. So what are we looking at again?
We're looking at
Prince Philip lock.
The Prince Philip lock that was built in the 1950s, largely to accommodate the coal boats that brought the coal in for the power station.
Right. I see. So yes, of course, and the power station was one of the very important things. When was the original power station built? In the 30s or something?
Well, the original power station, which was much further along, was built at the turn of the
century.
Turn of the 19th century.
Right. As we move down a bit, we're coming now to another lock.
Yes.
This one is empty at the moment because I think they're working on it, aren't they?
Yes, they're working on the gates.
So we're looking down from the east end of the lock.
Of the lock, yes.
And it's empty. And again, behind us, you've got another access into the canal.
Into the canal,
or the harbour, or the port. However you want to describe it. So coming away from that, now this is a public footpath, I should just point out. We're not actually trespassing as we come along here.
It is a right of way.
It is a right of way, which must be a bit of a nuisance for
for them to maintain.
Yes, absolutely, to allow us in. Now on our right is the third of these 3 locks, but this, if I just tilt the camera round, pan round through here, it's actually one that is full of water to the top, but it's actually a dry dock as opposed to a lock. Why is that a dry dock and not a lock?
Right, well, it was formerly a lock.
Right.
And we're just about to walk over where
it
the
is.
lock gates were. But a dry dock is capable of being drained.
Yes.
And a ship work. You put a ship in,
yes,
or boat that will fit.
Yes. So in other words, it's stopped being a lock. It's now a dock to work on
to do
ships.
The work on ships.
Yes, I've got you. It's the original lock.
It's one of the earliest ones.
Yes. So here we are. We've got a plaque which will help tell us. So it says here the Shoreham Harbour Trust's Ada Dry Dock, but that's what it is then. Opened on the 11th day of September 1934, but is that referring to the dry dock part of it?
Yes, that was when it was converted to the dry dock.
Right, but originally it was I'm just trying to get to it. It's the first. The 2 that we've been across are later.
Yes.
So this is one of the original.
One of the original
locks.
ones. Yes.
Yeah. So now what we're looking at forwards here is where the boats would come in and leave Shoreham Harbour.
That's right.
So now, I mean, I say it's a commercial harbour. What sort of stuff are we looking at? I know that it does metal. It takes away scrap metal. There's gravel and building materials coming in.
Yes, there's quite a lot of wood traded.
Right.
And grain is exported.
Oh, grain. Right.
Yes, there's a big plant further along for loading up grain.
And that's the sort of stuff that really would always have been. I mean, grain, wool in the old days.
Yes, yes.
All the sort of commercial products of wine.
Yes, it used to be a very big wine port.
Oh, right.
But that's just about disappeared, the wine trade, from here.
Yes. Oh, interesting. Well, anyway, unfortunately, we're beaten by time yet again. But thank you very much for watching. Something a bit different with our historical history of Britain. But the great thing is, it's a public footpath, and these videos are about walks through our heritage. So if you're in Shoreham and you've never done it, it's a good idea to come down and have a look, isn't it?
Come have a look, there's lots to see.
Yeah. Now, you parked your boat somewhere, and we just need to go and get it.
Where did we put it?
I don't know. I hope it's not in the dry dock. Till the next time, from Martin and I, goodbye.
Goodbye.